Aloha everyone! So today I'm super excited to be bringing you the astrology about what's happening on December 1st, 2020, because I know a lot of y'all might have heard that there's the great solar flash, aka the coronal mass ejections, as well as the numerology I'm going to go into. So first of all, 2020 is vision, plain sight. The truth is in plain sight, right? And then you want to look at 1221. It's a mirror reflection, and what these mirror reflections are representing is the old earth and the new earth. So if you also know about the 1 for 4,000 chosen ones, if you look at the number 144, it's also a mirror reflection with the 4s, but then one of them has the 1 plus 4, so the 1 represents spirit. So that's the new earth that's going to be ascending, and the old earth that's 4. And 4 is like the 4 base elements, right? It's like the physical construct that allows physical form to manifest, and that's going to be descending because that's what the split represents. And then you want to look at 1221. If you add both sides up, it's 3. In my last video I talk about the significance of 33 because there's 33 vertebrae, and that's one of the keys to activating your DNA. And then on the winter solstice of this year, there's going to be new energies that are coming in that is going to activate our DNA to its full potential. And the government is going to say that this energy, it's going to look like the northern lights outside. It's the plasma energy, it's the Christ consciousness returning, and it might even be from inner earth, to be honest. But this is going to be unlocking all our DNA, and it's going to happen pretty fast compared to how things are happening at this point right now. And I also believe on the winter solstice of this year there's going to be the 3 days of darkness that are prophesized, or that's been written, because you know the Bible is all allegorical and it's speaking in terms of astrology. So if you look at how Jesus died for 3 days, and Jesus represents the sun in the sky, and the sun's going to go black for 3 days, and there's going to be the global reset. All the power grids and systems are going to be destroyed from these gamma rays that are going to be coming in, and it's going to be an entirely new way of being. But you know, a lot of people are in fear about certain things, such as oh my god, like we need to get food, we need to prepare to be in lockdown, we need to get candles and all this shit. I really don't think that's the way you want to do it. I think for these 3 days you're going to want to fast. Just straight up fast. Maybe get some sun water ready, like charge it in the sun before, because when the sun dies it's going to be reborn again, and it's going to be in a even higher frequency that, you know, if you've been connecting with it consistently every day, you're going to have to level up with it during those 3 days. So the astrology also proves this. So on the winter solstice of this year, there's going to be the 3 days of darkness, which is going to initiate our shift from carbon into crystalline form. This is also the end of the matrix, like for good. Like everything that runs on fossil fuels, man-made, lower dense iron age technology, all this is just gonna collapse because it's not true universally. We also have the great solar flash, which is also the coronal mass ejections from the sun. So the atmosphere around the sun is actually called the corona, which I recently learned, and it makes sense, right? Because they're trying to program you with fear of corona, which is the crown chakra, which is also the crowning of giving birth to this new earth, you know? And it all makes sense when you realize that the truth is in plain sight. It's all subconscious programming that they're trying to do to make you fear with this coronavirus thing going on. It's also showing the poles preparing to shift, because there's two sides of it always. There's the fear side and the love side. Coronal mass ejections from the sun is what is activating our DNA. So the winter solstice of this year is when the matrix ends. It's pretty much everything that is man-made, the power systems, the artificial constructs that are harvesting our energy, is all going to come to an end, because there's going to be the 3 days of darkness. So the sun's going to go out for 3 days, and it's going to be the truth in plain sight, 2020 vision. And this is represented by Lilith conjuncting Uranus, direct 0 degrees, perfect conjunction in the sign of Taurus. So right now, currently, as I'm making this video, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto are all in retrograde in Capricorn, and they're really dismantling this old world patriarchal system. And Capricorn is like the traditional values. It rules the bones in the body. It's the structures of the matrix. It's a false time construct. And when all these planets start going direct, over these next couple months. By the time December 21st rolls around, the only planet that's going to be in retrograde is Uranus in Taurus. Taurus is fixed earth. It's the sign of the home. It's the comfort, security, what ultimately is a false sense of security that a lot of people have because of money, which is also a big aspect of Taurus. It's like your finances. So then Lilith is conjuncting Uranus. Uranus is like the sudden events, the unexpected things. And when it's in retrograde, this energy is directed inwards. And Lilith is the dark side of the moon. It's like, it represents the darkness that's going to be coming, because it's very evident, because also the earth signs, like Uranus is also trining the sun and Mercury in Capricorn, which are going to be in direct conjunction at 0 degrees. And all these earth signs, I think, is going to be a lot of physical changes that are going to be manifested. So yeah, prepare for that. And also the sun and Mercury are going to be moving into Capricorn at 0 degrees at the start of 12/21. This is pretty much the start of the new, what's evident is going to be big changes, because Capricorn, the beginning of Capricorn, is also represented by 12 o'clock noon, if you're talking about time. And Capricorn is also the keeper of time. So, I mean, Saturn is. So Saturn and Jupiter are going to be going direct, moving into 0 degrees of Aquarius, which is going to be the start of the new age. So this is what everybody's been talking about, right? And then Pluto is also destroying the end of the system. It's going to be in Capricorn at 23 degrees, I believe, for the next like few more cycles to destroy the remainder of everything else, because Earth is also going through this whole renewal process of purging. And you know, Pluto is really what is really what's accelerating the whole cleansing process of the parasitic entities that don't deserve to be in this new reality because of all the injustices that they have committed. So, and all the elites, all these reptilians who are unable to withstand the sunlight, they're going to be going underground. They're going to say that these that the northern lights is what it's going to look like, these plasmic waves of this new 5D energy. They're going to say that it's radiation. They're going to say that it's dangerous and that you need to stay inside. But, you know, people are in lockdown in some places, and you just don't listen to anything that they say, because you want to be outside absorbing and activating your DNA at this time. So Neptune and the moon are also doing a perfect conjunction in Pisces, and you know, Neptune is home in Pisces, and the moon is the intuitive, everyday being able to be there, you know, emotionally, so like completely. So the moon is like the fastest moving so-called planet around the zodiac, but it also just so happens to be in direct conjunction 0 degrees again in Neptune, which is the psychic world. It's the subconscious, unseen, all these, like, it's the dream world. So this is when our intuitive abilities are going to be perfectly matched with the astral world. So it really is whatever you know it to be, because the mind and the sun are also doing a perfect conjunction. Right now, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto are all conjuncting in Capricorn at the very end degrees, preparing to shift into Aquarius, right? And Jupiter is a magnifier. I see it as like a quartz crystal. It amplifies the energies that are already there. And Pluto is the destroyer. It catalyzes death that is meant to be, to allow for big transformations to happen. So then you also got Saturn, which is the keeper of time, the ruler of karma. So all this karma is going to be coming back to the people who have been doing all the injustices in the world against humanity. So as we shift into 0 degrees of Aquarius, this is the age of Aquarius, the beginning of this new age where we don't need language, where we have new advanced crystalline technologies to communicate, as well as telepathy. And you know, just speaking language is such a spell-casting, low, dense vibration way of communicating. Like, you know, animals are telepathic all the time. Think about how, like, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be third eye, sending, like, information from third eye to third eye, crown to crown. It's going to, if your spiritual centers aren't open, you're not going to be able to be a part of this new reality as well. So, you know, the new energies coming on the winter solstice is going to help us bring these spiritual centers into the highest full potential. But people that are only stuck in the lower 3 chakras, right, and the colors are red, orange, and yellow, it's going to be literal hell for some people. They're going to feel like they're burning because of all the shit that they put in their body is going to be coming up again and to be dealt with, because this is just karma coming back around. And I say that because when you look at the planets, I'm going to include a picture. When you look at the planets on the chart, you got the 1st house and the 12th house. This side, it's all the planets are in direct alignment on one side. It's the end, which is from the 10th house to the 12th house, as well as the beginning, which is the 1st house to the 4th house. So this is what the reset represents, like planetary wise. Also gonna have Mars go retrograde on 9/9, which is the date of Hillary's court trial. 9 is representative of completion. 99 is also 18, which is also 9. So there you go, 999. It's triple confirming that this is the completion. Up to the very end of the system, I'm just gonna say they're gonna try everything. So you know Australia right now, it's the solar plexus of the world. Don't be surprised, like it rules of willpower, right? So don't be surprised if they're gonna come at you with all these new almost martial laws, because Mars going direct, right? They're gonna try to implement all these things and put people in so much fear, and some people might go there. As long as your heart is grounded in this new earth reality, and you know that that is gonna be the new root of this new reality, you're gonna be good, because that's what you're gonna want to be doing. It's only gonna be for a month if it does come down to the worst. I'm not predicting that. I'm just saying it's a possibility that we're looking at, because Mars retrograde, Mars going direct on the 13th. Thanks for tuning in today. Let me know if you want to see more astrology videos in the comments. Leave me a like if this video is helpful, and subscribe for more content. Thanks for tuning in.